Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Elena's English podcast. I'm Elena, and I'm really happy you're here with me today. So let me start with a quick question. Do you ever want to say something in English, but your brain first gives you the words in your own language? And then, before you can speak, you have to translate? Maybe you even get stuck because you can't find the exact word. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. Almost every English learner goes through this. Now, here's the thing, that extra step, thinking in your native language first, and then translating, slows you down. It makes speaking feel harder than it needs to be. And sometimes, by the time you finish translating, the conversation has already moved on. But what if I told you there's a better way? What if you could skip that translation step and let English come out more naturally? That's what happens when you learn to think in English. When you think in English, your brain is basically swimming in the language. It starts to recognize patterns and structures automatically. You don't have to do the math in your head every time you speak. Instead, you go straight from thought to English words. It feels faster, smoother, and more confident, like you're finally speaking without hesitation. And the best part? Anyone can train their brain to do this. You don't need to be advanced or live in an English-speaking country. You can start small, right where you are, and build this skill step by step. Okay, let's get practical. I'll show you some simple exercises that you can try today. We'll start small and build up gradually. Step 1, the name game. This is like a warm-up. Wherever you are, just look around and name things in English. If you're in your kitchen, cup, spoon, plate, rice, fridge. If you're outside, tree, car, sky, road, bird. Don't worry about grammar yet. Just practice connecting the object directly with the English word. Here is a tip for you. Try this when you're bored, like waiting at the bus stop or sitting in traffic. Those little moments add up. Step 2 is about short sentences. In the first step, you only said the names of things. Book, jacket, sun. That was good for building your basic vocabulary. But language is not just about naming. It is about describing and expressing what you feel, see, or need. So now, let's move to the next step, making short sentences. A short sentence usually has two parts: a subject, who or what you are talking about, and a verb, what happens or what the subject is. For example, the book is heavy. That is my red jacket. I am hungry. The sun is hot today. These sentences are very simple, but they already give complete meaning. Instead of just pointing and saying book, you can say the book is heavy. Instead of only saying jacket, you can say, that is my red jacket. This makes your English more natural and more useful in real life. Think of these short sentences like small building blocks. One block by itself is not enough, but when you put them together, you can build a strong house. In the same way, short sentences help you create a strong foundation for your English. The more you practice, the faster your brain will start forming sentences automatically. Don't worry if the sentences feel too simple. Simple is good, simple is clear, and simple is the first step towards speaking longer and more complex English later. Now, step 3, narrate your day. Now that you can make short sentences, it's time to connect them into a flow. This is where English practice starts to feel more fun and alive. In this step, you will pretend that you are the storyteller of your own life. Imagine you are talking about everything you are doing, almost like you are the narrator in a movie. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you can think, I am opening my eyes. The alarm is ringing. I don't want to get up, but I must. Now I'm walking to the bathroom. When you are cooking, you can say to yourself, I'm boiling water. I'm cutting vegetables. I add salt. The smell is delicious. When you are walking outside, you can describe what happens. The sun is shining. I hear the birds. My feet are tired, but I feel happy. At work, you can do the same. I'm turning on the computer. I check my email. I feel a little sleepy, but I keep working. This may sound a little funny at first, but it is a very powerful method. Why? Because you don't need extra study time. You are already living your day. Now you are just living it in English. Every small action becomes a chance to practice. The best part is, you don't even need to say these sentences out loud if you don't want to. You can simply think them in your head. Over time, this habit will train your brain to think in English instead of translating from your native language. It will become natural, just like breathing. Remember, your daily life is full of practice opportunities. Getting dressed, making tea, waiting for the bus, cleaning your room, all of these moments can be turned into mini English lessons. The more you narrate your day, the more comfortable and fluent you will become. Step 4. Add emotions and opinions. By now, you can describe objects and actions in English. That's already a big step. But language is not only about what you see or do, it's also about how you feel and what you think. This is the stage where your English becomes more personal and more alive. When you add emotions, you are no longer just giving information. You are sharing your inner world. For example, I'm nervous about this meeting. This food smells amazing. I'm excited for the weekend. These sentences show more than actions. They show your personality. Imagine the difference. Saying I'm cooking rice only describes what you are doing, but saying I'm cooking rice and I feel so hungry already tells a story about you. You can also add opinions. This helps you practice expressing thoughts, not just facts. I think this movie is boring. This city is beautiful. In my opinion, this job is difficult but important. The key is to connect actions with emotions. Instead of only saying, I'm walking to the bus stop, you can say, I'm walking to the bus stop and I feel tired because it's early. This small change makes your English richer and closer to real conversation. People don't just want to hear what you do, they also want to know how you feel and what you think. Adding emotions and opinions also helps you prepare for real-life conversations. When someone asks, "How are you?" or "What do you think about this?" you will be ready. You don't need long, complicated answers. A simple, honest sentence is enough. I'm a little stressed today, but I'll be okay. I like this idea because it's simple. This is the moment where your English moves from basic communication to true self-expression. And that's what real fluency is all about. Not just describing the outside world, but also giving voice to your inner world. Let's practice with some common situations. At the supermarket. I need milk. I'll take 2 cartons. Next, eggs. 12 is enough. Bread. I'll choose whole wheat. Oh, I almost forgot apples. Getting dressed. What should I wear today? It looks cold outside. I'll wear my jacket, maybe the black one, and I'll wear boots. I also need a scarf. At work or school. I need to send an email. I don't understand this problem. Let me check again. I have a meeting at 3. See? Everyday life becomes a free English class if you think this way. Now here's your challenge. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and during that time, think only in English. At first, it feels difficult. Your brain will want to switch back. But try to resist. If you don't know a word, skip it. Focus on what you can say. As you get more comfortable, increase the time, 10 minutes, then 15. One day, you'll realize you're thinking in English without even noticing. That's a huge milestone. Let me share a few more tips to help you along the way. Use English media. Listen to music, watch TV shows, read books. The more English you feed your brain, the easier it becomes to think in it. Talk to yourself. It sounds strange, but it works. Practice speaking your thoughts out loud when you're alone. Keep a diary in English. Even 1 or 2 sentences a day can train your brain to think and write directly in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Thinking in English is about fluency, not perfection. Mistakes are part of the process. Celebrate progress. Even if you can only think 2 minutes in English today, that's better than yesterday. Let me share something from my own experience. When I was learning Spanish, I used to translate everything from English. It was exhausting. But one day, I challenged myself to narrate making breakfast in Spanish. I thought, I'm opening the fridge. I'm cracking eggs. I'm adding salt. At first, it was clumsy. But after a few weeks, something amazing happened. I started dreaming in Spanish. That was the moment I realized my brain had switched. I wasn't just studying the language anymore. I was living it. Then you can do the same with English. So let's review. Start small with the name game. Build short sentences. Narrate your daily life. Add emotions and opinions. Try the English-only 5 minutes challenge. Do this regularly, and little by little, English will stop being a subject you study and start being a language you think in. That's it for today's episode of Elena's English Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you feel motivated to start thinking in English right now. Remember, fluency isn't magic. It's small daily habits that add up. If you found today's tips useful, share this podcast with a friend who's also learning. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and as always, happy learning.